Might be easier to just ask you who is available for tonight. Any surprises or anybody new added to the list?
Nobody added. Everybody's still in the same situation in the protocol that we're in the protocol. And then the guys that are questionable, we'll all test it out and see how they feel. Romeo feels much better. Jayson just had soreness, stepped on somebody's ankle on the sideline, a fan's ankle, but he's doing okay. And then Dennis will test it out. You know, being that he had the illness the last few days, he'll go out and shoot at 95 and see how he feels after that.
You guys, a lot of teams have had to go out and sign these emergency contracts. Here you are tied with Philadelphia, two teams that are fighting for playoff positions, potential tiebreaker involved. Do you think this situation does the work that you guys have put in justice? Like you have to rely, your potential playoff seeding depends on whether a guy who was out of the league hits some shots for you. Does that do justice for all the hard work that you guys have been doing?
I mean, like I said, it's not just our situation. Other teams are going through it as well. And so we still have, I would say, around 10 guys possibly of our own. We've been in the situation, unfortunately, throughout the year where we've had some guys in and out. So we've, like I've mentioned quite a few times, had some practice with that. And then the guys that you bring in, bringing in a guy like CJ and Justin, they're veteran guys that have been around and they weren't just sitting at home on the couch. They've been practicing with the G League teams or playing. And, we got them for a reason. You can rely on them to do certain things, make shots, obviously, but they've been through it. A 15-year career for a guy like CJ. So if need be, we feel comfortable calling on those guys. But at the same time, if we get Dennis and Romeo and those guys back, we may not have to rely on them. So, it's been the situation all year. One guy goes out, another guy comes in, and that's the case with Jay Rich now, and hopefully getting Dennis and those guys back.
Do you have a sense of it's hard from the outside to, with Richardson, he was in, he was out, then he's back in. Like, are these positive tests or these contact tracing? What?
The Omicron variant is different than the others, and that's what's affected quite a few people, it sounds like. So you don't have any immunity based on your previous situation with having COVID, and so that's what makes it tricky. It's a whole different thing that a lot of people that have had COVID within the last month or two still get affected by it. So although it seems like somebody could have just been out, this new variant increases that likelihood that you can catch it again with no problem. So guys are in that situation, and, that's why it's a lot of up and down, back and forth with guys being in and out.
Thanks.
You've been dealing with guys being in and out all year, but just how much does this current situation sort of flip that on its head, just in terms of how much crazier is it?
Yeah, it is different than injury or illness, as far as you kind of get a sense when guys will be back, or if they'll be out, something obviously happened. And so this is different, where you're almost holding your breath on a daily basis based on test results. And so that changes a little bit. But in general, we have a group of guys, especially Jalen, Jayson, some of those guys, Jalen coming off the injury, that have carried the load all year. And Dennis, before he got hurt, these guys have played heavy minutes and kind of maneuvered everything with guys being in and out of the lineup. So we're relying on those guys until the others get back. Haven't had our whole team a lot this year and have done okay at times and, really competed well at times. So it is what it is, and you just have to be ready with that. But to your point, an injury is one thing, knowing Jalen's going to be out versus a guy getting a, positive result the day of and having to kind of adjust on the fly from there. So those are two different things. But we've maneuvered them well at times this year and kind of, like I said, had a lot of practice with that.
Yeah, the situation where the COVID teams get stranger, and now you got now every NBA team can replace a guy with a 10-day, and now you probably got dudes who are about 35, 36 saying, shoot, I can get back into the league. Have you had anybody hit you up Ime, I'm ready, or
nah.
or it just seems like a free-for-all now, because you got CJ hasn't played since 1920.
Yeah.
You got guys now who are literally saying, man, I can get another shot here. How unique is that?
It is very different. Obviously, the guidelines by the league allowing guys to come in and not affect their salary cap, it's almost like replacement players. And we joked about it, who on our staff is available. We got, Garrett Jackson that plays with guys, and Tony Dobbins. We're looking at old film and old pictures of guys. So we're joking about it back there. But I said it, this is the best time ever to be a G League guy or a ex-veteran that's been available, because guys are getting snatched up left and right. And it's like, who can get them the quickest, who can find the best guy the quickest. And so we've had not only our two-way guys that are in the protocol right now, Cornette and Theo Pinson just got grabbed up. And so before we could do something there, possibly other teams are snatching people. And so I've been through it as a G League player, and this situation would have been ideal back then.
Thank you.
Hey, Ime, just your reaction to Jayson Tatum being named Eastern Conference Player of the Week and what he's been able to prove so far this season.
Yeah, it's an honor, well-deserved. As I mentioned, a guy that's pretty much carried the load for us all year, shouldered a lot of responsibility with guys being in and out, and it's been steady and consistent. One of the top minute per game guys in the league, and it just shows to his professionalism. I sent him a text the other night just appreciating the work he's put in. Like I said, I've seen it for a guy that age, what he does to take care of himself and prepare himself for the game. And so it's well-deserved. You like to see him rewarded for that hard work, discipline, dedication, all the things he does well. And it's needed for us. It's got us to this point where we're at with guys in and out. And like I said, we appreciate his professionalism, and he's a perfect example for what we want, what we're looking for.
We'll wrap it up right there. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.